अगर पहले पता होता कि सारे मिर्जा खेलने को मिलेगा तो थोड़ा और प्रैक्टिस करके आता. Even net is playing for you. Hey, please record that 1 point. This is me telling Virat, just relax. In 3 years, you're going to win the trophy.
This is the day I got married to the love of my life. Thank you for giving us our 90s.
हम बड़े हुए इनके साथ. She will beat you and then the whole day she will keep taunting you. She will say, "ये कर दूँगी breakup."
You never accepted the breakup.
No chance. No chance. The one that I don't trust, there are many. To all the guests who are going to come, this is something that she has to do. She's not enjoying it.
देख लो, हम लोग भी इंडिया के लिए खेल रहे हैं.
That's all I wanted to hear.
I could not collect the Arjuna award myself. I was playing.
And when I was 17 then, and to hear that, to get the spit, to get the bottles on your face in Mohun Bagan was, I still remember I called my dad and I said, I want to come back. The way I deal with not winning, the way I deal with not playing is a very individual and a scary one.
You know, I want my son to watch this podcast because it's like you're talking about him.
जाना. अगर पहले पता होता कि सारे मिर्जा खेलने को मिलेगा तो थोड़ा और प्रैक्टिस करके आता. Even net is for you, huh?
Huh?
Even net is playing for you. Hey, please record that 1 point. Record that.
Cut it. We both chose sports that were not the most popular sports in the country at the time, right? I mean,
Yes.
35 years ago, who thought there'll be a footballer and tennis player playing pickleball?
Yes, yes, yes. And once I got to Mohun Bagan is when I realized, you know what, this is serious now. Because till then I was just playing because I was having fun. Football was the dominant sport that I used to play, but I played everything. All the games that are played in an army compound, all of them.
Oh, wow.
Where I live in Bangalore, we have this pickleball court, and I went one day. I thought, देखता हूँ क्या है, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yes, you get to be a tennis player without running.
Yeah, but if you play like the high level of singles, you run a lot. Last ball, and then they're good to go and
Yeah,
sit.
Hey, at least I tried. Stop laughing. Not that I had any doubts.
Are you sure you're not a professional pickleball player now after this international retirement?
That's all I wanted to hear. My day is done. I was training for last 1 week. The moment I knew that we were doing this.
Seriously?
Basically, Karani, na? I knew I'm going to play with you, so at least some hand-eye coordination. But it was fun.
So we're going to start off with something fun. We're going to show you some pictures which our team has got. Just tell us a small anecdote or story behind those pictures.
This is nice. Do you remember this one?
Of course I remember. We were babies.
Yeah,
Look at how many years that
50 years back.
No, no. Don't say that. That's depressing because it's actually close to
I've got a funny one. Do you remember everything about this event? I'll tell you something.
No.
Okay, we're doing a press conference for the brand. And it was, we were supposed to say nice things about the brand. And the second question that was asked to me, and I was like, and now I remember.
now.
And I said, I hope no one gets injured at the first place. And she's like, no, we are not talking about this, we're talking about Volini. And whenever someone gets injured, she just plugged in. And I was like, we both were laughing. Remember that one, huh? Yeah.
Oh man, I had no clue what I was saying. But yeah, this is a good one. This is it. We have this picture in my home also. This is the day I got married to the love of my life. It's nice, huh?
You know how when you look so relaxed and happy, शादी में, you're not. 4-5 घंटे से खाना नहीं खाया आपने. I think फेरे हो गए थे 7 बजे तक, and we ate at 11:45.
Yeah, always the case,
Oh
no?
man, and I was famished. And this is just the last fake smile that was left of me.
She's managing better than you, let me tell you.
She manages hunger better than me. That's why.
Yeah.
She manages hunger.
Women have more patience.
Yes, मेरे से नहीं होता. So yeah, that was the last fake smile, and I'm sure मुझे बोल रही होगी हंस ले थोड़ा हंस ले. This is recent. I just went and met the girl champions of our country, and by the way, all of them are doing really well. The under 17, the under 23, the senior national women's team, they all are doing so good. At the same time, I'm so proud of them. This is nice. A lot for us men to learn, and I'm not trying to just say it. I mean it. More power to you girls. Oh, this is 50 years back.
This is actually 50 years ago.
This is 50 years back. This is me and my sister with my mother. Father was in army, so he was quite away for a long time. साल में 2-3 महीने आते थे. बाकी के 8 महीने हम ऐसी जिंदगी जीते थे. That she is going to drop us in the morning. और दिल्ली में ठंड है तो अंधेरा है, but सुबह हो चुका है. वो वाला हाल है. Wow.
Takes you back.
Yes. Nice, man.
Feels like another lifetime, no? Sometimes when you see these school pictures.
Also because I think we both have kids now, and now in that stage, so हमें लगता है कि हमारा time कितना पहले था. This is the tradition where I used to go to RCB's training before their campaign. इतनी बार गया, हरदम वो हारे. Last 2 बार नहीं गया वो जीत गए. So now I'm going to stay away from the whole tradition. But yeah, so happy for him, so happy for the whole team and the entire city and state. Finally, yeah.
18 years,
18 years. It's not easy.
Not easy.
To be one of the most fancy team
Yeah.
and not win a trophy for 18 years wasn't easy.
And probably the most high-profile team.
Yes. Yeah, this is the same one. This is me telling Virat, just relax. In 3 years, you're going to win the trophy.
Yawn.
No one.
Don't worry, I'm not coming to your training this year.
Yeah.
This
Don't
is
worry,
you saying.
and you will win.
He's saying, please don't come. Look at his face. He's like,
Actually,
"Mat aana."
if you get him here, ask him the same thing. He will tell you. कि मैं कह रहा था मत आना, skip हो गया.
Please, mat aana.
This, I have to remember this. I think this is, if I'm not wrong, Deepika and Ranveer's marriage.
Maybe they're very.
Yeah, and Mai was there, Sakshi was there, Mr. Bachchan was there, and yeah, it was nice. You know, when you go to marriage ceremonies, it's so much chaos, but we still could take out some time and talk and meet people, which you generally don't. It was nice.
But they had done multiple, na?
Yes.
Like, so they did one like where I think they were getting people. It was nice because they were getting people who knew each
Yes,
other, I think,
yes,
in those
yes.
different, in Delhi one, Bombay one,
Yes.
like that.
And this is the one where, I mean, as what marriage ceremonies are, you don't, like you go there and you think you're going to spend some time, you'll meet the groom and the bride and you'll go. And we were supposed to do that only. And then these Marathis came and we could steal some 10 minutes of good chat. Good collections you guys have, man. This is a good one. This is the first
But
time.
you're not even looking like yourself there.
Yes. Look at this, man. Chubby cheeks. This was the first time I met him. And I had so many questions because I am a 90s kid.
Yeah.
And हम बड़े हुए इनके साथ. So when I met him the first time and I had million questions and I'm pretty sure I made a fool of myself. It was amazing how you meet somebody that you have idolized all your life.
Same. He was on the flight with me yesterday.
Oh.
And I met him obviously so many times, but like when you idolize someone,
yes.
it's for me though I freeze. I could not speak only and he was like, hi, long time. And I was like, oh my God.
And that makes you more nervous.
Let me close the door.
The thing is when I was asking him questions, I don't know why in my head I was like, kuch magical answer aayega, you know, and he just
But
talks
he's so
normally.
normal.
He's talking normally and then you think, Arey, हाँ ये तो होता
Because
है.
in our heads,
Yes.
they are larger
Yes.
than life.
Yes. But yes, thank you for giving us our 90s. He was huge. This I've seen. And thank you for putting this picture. This is one of the young fans who came after a game. Whenever these moments happen, you feel really, really fortunate.
Yeah, it's so much gratitude with
this
stuff
is
like
nice.
this.
Thank you for this picture, bro. Thank you.
You can have all the pictures.
Sure.
Yeah, you can have whatever you want.
I'll keep this one. Thank you so much.
So after that nostalgia, let me take you back to a little bit of your childhood. Little birdie tells us that you were quite naughty and up to a lot of mischief. What? You can't tell. Now, I've known you now for a solid number of years, 50 years ago, ki jo picture thi hamari. What was that Sunil like? What was he like?
I was borderline bad. Like, I was proper pain to my mother.
Were you stubborn?
A lot.
But that's why you're so successful.
Yeah, now on the hindsight, we can say, कि कुछ अच्छा कर
That
गया.
is my explanation. That's why I'm telling you.
Yes,
Because
yes.
I was a very ziddy.
Yes. But then I'm not sure how bad you were, but I was proper towards borderline being the bad ones.
Oh, really?
And that's why I have so much of love towards my sport, because if not a footballer, if not the path that I took and I got, I would be one of those kids or those people in society that people want to stay away from.
Really?
And I'm not trying to even, I genuinely was borderline bad, and every phase from when I was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, some way or the other, sports, and probably my parents saved me every time.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, so do you think football brought that discipline in you and and changed your personality in some ways?
Yeah, it dragged me because of the love for the game. So I kept spending more time playing, which came naturally. No one had to force me. And then eventually the discipline followed. पहले ये नहीं था कि हाँ भाई मुझे discipline होना है जाके फुटबॉल खेलना है.
वो तो कोई भी मतलब बच्चे को नहीं होता.
Yeah, पहले I just wanted to play, so I was staying away from doing stupid stuff, which I was very close to when I was playing. Whether it was football, predominantly was football, or playing badminton, or playing hide and seek, or just playing. Whenever there was a sports, a live sports, I was always dragged. Yeah, I always went and did that, and that kept away. That took all the main hours from me being stupid. So yeah, otherwise, yeah. Scary.
And we are glad.
Yes,
Thank God that happened.
Yes.
You've spoken about your relationship with your mum, and obviously you spent a lot of time with her, right? Because your dad was traveling so much, and she didn't let you win easy, even when you were playing with her. Do you think that also contributed in your drive and the relentlessness that you have, not just successful, but winning, like that feeling of wanting to win and being competitive?
Yes. One, because she was good at everything that she did in sports. And second, she didn't want me to win at all. She was nasty. She had all the banters. She will beat you, and then the whole day she will keep taunting you. She wasn't one of those mothers where, you've lost, let me give you a pat.
She was tough. Huh?
Yeah, she was tough. So till I was 12, 13, my whole motive was, इनको हराना है, कैसे न कैसे. And she was good at Chinese checkers, chess, carom board. She was good at volleyball. She was good at football. She was good at running. So I had my hands full. I just wanted to beat her. And slowly and steadily, I picked one game at a time, started beating her. Oh, what joy I used to get. I have a question for you. Do you, when playing with your son now, would you be the same?
I don't let him win. I don't let him win. He legit beats me at football.
Yeah.
Like, because he's good.
Okay, yeah.
He legit does because he trains, and I, honestly, I have 2 left feet.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's possible as a tennis player, but I do. But any racket, so we go and play a lot of sport, a lot like what you're saying. We play paddle, we play and he has hand-eye coordination because he plays tennis. So we play everything. I don't win. So now, wo itna chalak hai, he said like, you and me will be partners. So he just comes and he's like, it's me and mama, and then everybody else. So then he comes and, yes.
But when you play with him, when you beat him, does he get angry?
Very.
Good.
Very upset.
Good.
I have to tone it down and tell him ke, bhai, it's okay if you lose. So when you are telling me this, right, I can picture myself with him because we do so much together.
Nice.
In terms of like, yes, we watch TV together and all that, but we do outdoors. I play cricket with him outside, like in our backyard, you know, we'll play cricket and then he'll be like, Mama, I will get you out and all, and then I'll hit a 6. Janmujh ke, because I'm still your mother.
Yes.
Usko yaad dilana zaruri hai.
Well, that's amazing because that's one of the best memories that I have with my mother. And especially when you have a superstar as your mother.
Yeah. Matlab, I am not a superstar. For him, तो I am just me.
लेकिन जब खेलेगा पता चलेगा ना उसको easy नहीं है. जब रैकेट पड़ेगा तो पता चलेगा हाँ भाई मैं कुछ भी बोलूं पर ये तो है वही.
You know, my mother also was very instrumental in me playing tennis.
Is it?
Actually, it was my mother who took me to the tennis court, and she fought with the coach because he didn't want to take me. So the incredible part to me is that that's why I said you don't have to be a superstar or an achiever. You can be a homemaker.
Yes.
She had the drive. My father came much later actually. He came a couple of months later when the coach called and said, she's very good. I've never seen a 6-year-old play like this.
Yeah.
My mother started fighting with him saying कि क्यों नहीं खेल सकती है? तो he was like, वो net के height की है कैसे खेलेगी? And my mom was like, तुम्हारा क्या जा रहा है? Like she's 6, I want her to play.
But she must have got some inclination by you कि आप अच्छे हो इस game में.
No, it is actually a little sad story because when we were living in America, I wanted to play tennis and we couldn't afford it. And my mom used to cry because I used to cry. So when we came back, I was 6. So the first thing she did is कि उस time पे तो कितना कुछ 250 रुपए या कुछ होता था महीने का.
Yeah.
So the first thing she did was I used to skate, I used to swim, I used to play tennis. Just like you said you played all these sports.
Yes.
And if I was a boy, and which is also my next question to you, कि why football? Like at that time, जब हम छोटे थे 50 साल पहले उस टाइम पे
it will stick, I'm telling you. Yeah.
These are really gonna think we are 50 साल के, but उस टाइम पे especially for a boy, football was not what it is today.
Yeah.
So how was that your calling?
I didn't think too much regarding whether I'm going to be a professional footballer or not. उस टाइम पे कोई blueprint भी नहीं था कि आप ये करोगे तो आप यहाँ पहुँच सकते हो. Like a young kid in India now, at least he can tell you, if I do this is where I'm going to reach. तब था ही नहीं, and thankfully I didn't even dream कि मुझे professional football player बनना है, पैसे कमाने हैं, इंडिया के लिए खेलना है. I was just playing because I loved it. Where I was fortunate was जब वो struggling period आया, when I just passed my class 12th, I got a call from Mohun Bagan. They saw me in a tournament called Durand Cup, which was in Delhi, where I was playing for a local club. ऐसे ही 2 महीने के लिए खेल रहा था. They saw me and they thought, he's good. Let us call him. So when they called me and they took a trial, then my struggle started. But the entry to get into Mohun Bagan was just fortune. I never had to go to an academy or, you know what, I'm going to give a trial for Mohun Bagan or let them see me. No, I was just playing, chilling, relaxing in Delhi. I was going to school and playing 2 months for a local club. They saw me there. But when I went to Mohun Bagan, then I realized this is different.
This is different.
Because बीच की सारी सीढ़ियाँ मुझे
You didn't have
नहीं.
that, yeah.
And suddenly जब वहाँ पहुँच गया, ये हो क्या रहा है?
So do you think in hindsight that was, I mean, of course, with everything that happened, it was great.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in hindsight, if it was another way, and because it was a lot, right? To suddenly, it can be overwhelming because 16, like I was put into, at that time, Fed Cup when I was 14 years old. And there were players who were much better than me, but I was being put to play.
Yes.
So at that point, though, you don't realize. But do you think in hindsight, it was okay? Like it was fine? Or would you have it another way where...
Champ, मुश्किल है because now I already know what I have become.
Yeah.
तो मेरे लिए बोलना कि अगर ऐसा नहीं होता वैसा होता, it's going to be diluted. अगर मैं नहीं बनता, then I would have said something else.
Yeah.
But because I've become someone, I would not change anything. Going past, I would not change anything because of the life I've got. But yes, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Now today, if there is a kid, no matter which kid, I would never suggest him or her कि आप direct school से suddenly you go and play for Mohun Bagan. First of all, it's not easy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. First of all, it's not easy. Second of all, it doesn't happen every now and then. And third, I would say take the steps. Do the learning bit. Do the academies. Like when you said from 6 to 14, you still had an academy. Whatever.
Yeah. I
Small,
mean, it was
whatever.
a club.
And yes. For me, I did not know I'm going to be a footballer.
Nothing. You just went and they said come.
I was just playing because खेल लो. I was playing शाम को football, दोपहर को badminton, tennis, and in that one club said, okay, आगे खेल ले. In Delhi. So Delhi football was here and it's different. So वहाँ खेल कर उन्होंने देखा, बोला आजा. So it was very strange. It doesn't happen often. And if I have to suggest someone, I would say if you are good at 6, 7, 8, go and get more coaching. Whatever you can. Not everyone can get
So you were a natural, no? And obviously...
At that time, yes.
Yeah, at that time, obviously. That is why also they would have taken you. But everybody is not a natural. Some people need training. Like in any other, in any sport, that is the case.
I was a little bit better than other kids, yes.
Yeah.
So that's why my hard work started when I went there.
But did you feel pressure? You felt?
Because...
But today, the way we see pressure is different to when we see it when we're 16, no?
Yes. It's different. But क्या हुआ उस time में? Because I was 16 and because I had no clue मैं कहाँ जा रहा हूँ और वो दुनिया कैसी है. Suddenly when I was there, I was like, what is this happening? Everyone wants to know where you are, what you're talking, what you're thinking, how you're training. When you lose a match, they are like in my sports, unlike shh, no noise in tennis. In my sport, you can say whatever.
It's like loud, yeah.
You can say whatever. Forget loud. You can come to your face and you can say whatever you want.
And it's a touch sport, right?
Yes.
So
The physical part is fine.
Yeah.
Like in every sport, you will adapt to whatever your sport demands. That's fine. Inside the
But in
ground.
tennis, गलती से भी shoulder लग गया तो warning मिल
Yes.
जाती है.
Yes. नहीं, but लेकिन हर एक sports का different वो है. वो
Yeah.
छोड़ो. जो ground में हो रहा है वो तो सब झेल लेंगे. But you come out and whatever you can think. दुनिया की सारी गालियां, सारी vocabulary मेरी अच्छी इसलिए हो गई है because मैं इतनी ज़्यादा खेल चुका हूँ. And when I was 17 then, and to hear that, to get the spit, to get the bottles on your face in Mohun Bagan was, I still remember I called my dad and I said, I want to come back. This is not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he came, and those times he had to take a train, come. He sat with me and he calmed me down and said, you sure? After 2 days, you sure? I said, nah, I'm okay now. Thank you for coming, but I'm okay. It's fine. So yeah, the initial part was really scary, but then you understand that's the demand.
But also you become thick-skinned, no?
Yes.
As वो तो
That's बहुत
we
अच्छा
spoke
हुआ.
about this at the event.
बहुत अच्छा हुआ, बहुत ही अच्छा हुआ
पहले.
कि मैंने स्टार्टिंग में खा ली.
Yeah.
तो अब जो गाली पड़ती रहे ना, एक और.
You're,
It was very important.
it's actually funny now.
Yes.
You've spoken a lot about, and obviously I just want to say, because so people know you didn't come from a trained background into Mohun Bagan,
Yeah.
right? You came from a very
Yes.
casual,
Yeah. Yes.
अच्छा है football खेलता है,
इसलिए
ले लो
आजा.
इसको.
जी.
So you must have had technical flaws and
A lot.
stuff like exactly.
A lot.
So you've spoken about your coach Bob Houghton,
Yeah.
who let you be.
Yeah.
He didn't. I mean, he helped you. He advised you, but he didn't try to change you completely, right? As a player
Yes.
and stuff. Because I've had a similar experience with my grip in my forehand.
Yeah.
They tried and tried and tried, and I said, "Ab main nahi karungi," and that became my biggest weapon.
Yes. Yes.
So talk to us a little bit about.
He told me more things what not to do. तो जितनी गलतियां मैं कर रहा था, not the technical part, but a lot of off the pitch part, a lot of thinking too selfish about myself, not thinking too much about the team, not seeing the game like this, but like this is what he rectified. But he never touched my touch or the way I see the game. And he was very strict, by the way. He was very strict as to these are the things that you should not do if you want to be a team player. And you will never play if you're not a team player. No matter how good you are,
Yeah.
if you're not thinking for the team, you don't want to play. For this first 6 months, he sat me on the bench. And I was furious that I want to play. And he's like, until you learn this, you won't. And then slowly I had to learn in a hard way. And then again, thankfully, coaches like him in my early age was so important for the growth that I could gain as a footballer. Because उस time तो मुझे लगता था कि मैं ही सब कुछ हूँ. I've got the touch. I'm going to score a goal. I'm skillful. Let me play. But when you come to that level,
Yeah.
जहाँ पर difference ज़्यादा नहीं है. स्कूल में आप 4 लोग घुमा रहे हो, सुनील छेत्री वगैरह वगैरह. When you go there,
You know, I want my son to watch this podcast because it's like you're talking about him. I'm telling you, वो आता है ना, he's like, I think I'm the best in school. I scored two bicycle and 2 scissors and something new words he comes up with. He believes that he is.
so keep throwing him into bigger pond. So he was 6,
So he plays with 8-year-old. He's in the under-8 Juventus team.
throw him on 9. That's the only way. Don't throw
For him
too,
to be
yeah, don't throw him too big.
In
Because
reality.
yeah, उस एज में ना एक 6 साल के और 9 साल के बच्चे में बहुत डिफरेंट होता है.
Yeah, with muscle
एक
and
9 में
yeah,
हाँ,
yeah.
एक 18 और 24 चलेगा. But
Yeah,
there,
but that.
but
that is
if he's coming every day saying I was the best, throw him a little bit higher. एक आध को खाने दो कोनी, एक आध को हारने दो. I know, I feel bad saying this. I know I feel bad because मेरे घर में बेटा है, but then that's the only way. एक दिन आएगा बोलेगा मॉम नहीं यार नहीं कर पाया, हार गया आज. किसी ने कोनी मार दी, 3-0 हार गए, गोल नहीं मार पाया.
But usually उसकी गलती नहीं होती है जब हारते हैं. वो साइड वाले की गलती.
उसकी
उसने असिस्ट नहीं किया मुझे बराबर, उसने आया नहीं. Like you know, he talks all
They're
this.
always there.
But speaking about your international, when you started playing internationally, you didn't get success immediately.
Yeah.
Na?
Yeah.
It was tough. And in those moments, it's very hard to still have the self-belief and still keep going and saying, okay, no, I belong here.
Yeah.
How did you fight through those feelings and those moments? I'm sure those feelings would have come at some point.
Yeah. I think people who were closer to me, the coaches, my family, the players that I played with were a massive help. Because the moment you're in doubt, क्या होता है? If everyone around you also starts doubting you, it just magnifies. But if you have a bad game, sometimes and we do a lot, sports people, that we sometimes overjudge ourselves.
Yeah, over-analytical.
A lot of times. At that time, when you go and you speak to the others who have seen you play, who have seen you perform, they'll say, you know what, it was bad, but it wasn't that bad. You were bad at these things, but you're good at these things. So these things really helped me. And I was really, really fortunate, Sania, that I had amazing people around.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a small example. It is not common in football where for the club and country that you play, everyone wants you to score. I'm one of those fortunate ones because आपके team में there are 28 players. Some of them are also in my position.
Yeah.
कि अगर मैं खेल रहा हूँ, वो bench में है. You know, and there's always small groupism here and there. It happens.
Of course.
It's healthy, but it's small. But for me, right from when I started, when there were a lot of seniors, then there were a few seniors, then there were my age group, then there were juniors. I have been so blessed that I've been part of teams where everyone, the masseurs, the doctors, the players, the coaches want me to score. Everyone. They might not like my ideologies in life. They might not like the way I push. They might not like whatever. But on the pitch, everyone wants me to score.
But that's a true team.
Yes.
That's a true team.
And
because it doesn't matter what's happening
Yes.
outside the field.
And it's 24 years. So it's not common. For 24 years, I haven't been a part of a team where there was anyone who did not want me to score. So hence, I was always there getting more chances. And I really, really am grateful for all of them. Even the masseurs and physios. You know,
They
some
are.
games you think, nahi hoga yaar, you got to sit out. They will call you at 12 a.m. at night. Somebody's icing your leg. There's game ready.
They're
Bhai, ho
doing
jayega.
everything.
Bhai, ho jayega. Bhai, ho jayega. And it just pushes you. So I think like that, I've got numerous memories in my head where everyone came together just for me to go and perform. So I'm really.
That's really fortunate
Yes,
because that
I am.
doesn't happen
Yes,
in
it doesn't
many,
happen.
many teams.
It does not.
In,
And I know
in
this.
different sports.
And
Yeah.
I know this, and I'm really grateful.
Let's forward a little bit now. You have been playing. Now it's 2011. They announced the Arjuna Award for you.
Yeah.
And obviously that's a special moment for all of us as athletes. And what was that feeling like? You spoke about how it was a added responsibility you felt after you know, receiving that.
But can I ask you something? Were you more happy yourself that you're getting it, or the family was happy that for you were happy?
You know, I could not collect the Arjuna Award myself. I was playing. So my mum went and got my Arjuna Award.
Which is good in a way.
Which was very, very good because I feel like that team, you know,
Yes.
when you were talking about the team, that team is not recognized enough.
Yes.
Because we are the ones in the front.
Yes.
But the work that goes outside of those 90 minutes or 2 hours, 3 hours is them.
Yes.
Physio,
Yes.
coach,
Yes.
trainer,
Yes.
mother,
Yes.
father. So I was very happy that she went and got it.
Nice.
I was very happy. And they were obviously very, very happy. And I think I was honestly too young to understand the importance of it. Like today, I appreciate it.
Same. I was more happy because my parents were going mad. So what happened was in 2010 only there were talks that he might get it.
हाँ, वो पहले आ जाता है.
Yeah, and then I wasn't feeling, oh, you know what, ये मिलने वाला है. But then when I went to the Rashtrapati Bhavan and I saw my parents from 1 week that it was announced till the time, I was like, this is good. Because they were going mad, they were so happy. And then the responsibility कि अब you got to do a little bit more better.
Yeah.
That clicked. कि अब I'm just not any player. You got the Arjuna Award. Now you start better behaving. Not only on, no, seriously, on the pitch also and off the pitch also. Then you get the next award and the next award and you think, now it's serious.
Yeah.
So I've seen change in myself also as a human being after all these awards. Because, ठीक है, even if
You want to set a good example
Yes.
for the
Both
world.
on and off the
and-
pitch,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. And then at some point you did transform from just being a player for the Indian team to then being the captain. Tell us that journey that happened in between, right? Because there has to be a shift in
Yeah.
your thought process that happens from being a player to a
Yes.
captain. And how did you deal with that change as well?
So when I thought before that the day that I'm going to be a captain, मैं ये करूँगा, वो करूँगा, ऐसा करूँगा. But when I did become the captain, I was blank. So I was trying to think कि क्या extra करूँ. But then because I was observing Baichung Bhai who was captain before me, and I was just thinking as a youngster, what would I want in a leader? And a lot of clues that I got was just be a good example. Try and be a good example. Because players nowadays, youngsters nowadays, they don't want lectures.
Yeah.
They see someone doing good, they will follow. You don't have to say things. So I just try to be a good example. We try to change few things about what we eat, about how we behave, about how we operate inside the dressing room. It took time. But now when the last time when I was in the national team, and when I hear things in the national team, it gives me so much pleasure and happiness that the culture is there.
Yeah.
About holding each other responsible, about eating right thing, about knowing the privilege that we have. Playing for the country is the highest.
There is no bigger privilege than
You
that
can,
as an athlete.
you can complain here and there about everything, but then when you're playing for the country, it's an absolute dream.
Yeah.
And the least that you got to do is put your best foot forward. And I think in the national team now, we are going to play bad, we are going to lose games, but everyone there understands that this is what is bare minimum.
And what an honor it is for us as athletes who dream as 5-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds, that one day we'll play for our country.
To sing the national anthem when you've done it so many times, but every time you feel the same.
It's goosebumps.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Every time. Before the game, you're thinking, you know what? Ye mark karunga, wo mark karunga, ye strategy. You're like this.
Yeah.
You just zoned out.
It's such a surreal feeling every single time. It's amazing. Recognition, awards, yes. But there were also times that football was not getting the recognition, the acknowledgement from the fans. And you made that very heart-touching video. Heart-touching, but also extremely brave. You know, and I know that we've spoken about this on an event that we were at, but I just want you to say what went through your head, because, you know, it's very hard to put vulnerability out into the world. And you were vulnerable in front of the world, being who you are, and you were not scared to show that. So tell us what went on in your brain before, after, and the response that you got from that video.
No, after I thought about all this, that I'm a national captain, I shouldn't be, should this, should that. But when I made the video and I posted it, there was no time gap in between. I told you that I didn't ask my team. Good that I didn't ask my team, because I made the video, one of the physios made it, and I posted it. And looking back, again, in hindsight, I have no regrets.
It was incredible. It was one of the most inspiring videos any athlete has made from this country, I think.
And a lot of, all of you, everyone spoke about it, which was amazing. Especially players who play different sports other than cricket were also positive and encouraging. Probably they also, I touched a nerve from them also from some day. Yeah. So I think it was just that. And I, even now, things are way better for football. But for any sport in our country, we are 1.4 billion people, maybe 1.5. We can cater to all the sports. You love cricket, great. We do really good in cricket, amazing. But there are so many other different personalities. Let's not wait for a Sania Mirza to come up and let's watch tennis, or a Neeraj Chopra to come and let's watch javelin. We can be a sport where we can give the young Neeraj Chopra, you know what, relax, we are there. We're going to watch you come. It's okay, we are 100, but we'll come and watch you. And we can do that because we are a huge nation. That was probably the gist of that message. And I hope one day we reach there.
I'm glad you made that video, because I think it hit a nerve for every person who didn't play cricket. Because at some point we've all felt that. At some point in our lives, we have felt that feeling of like, कि भाई आके देख लो. That's all it is. देख लो, हम लोग भी इंडिया के लिए खेल रहे हैं. And because you made such an inspiring video, we are going to give you a hamper from Digitech, so you can make more videos.
Nice, thank you so much. It's actually heavy, man. कुछ है इसके अंदर?
है उसके अंदर, of course. हम लोग खाली हाथ नहीं भेजते.
Thank you so much.
Coming back to you retired recently, but then you didn't fully retire, you're still playing. So how, in that period of when you didn't play for some time, did you feel any difference in your life, in your outlook, in the way that you were training, in the way that you were being?
Not much. I think completely when I'm done from club football and football is done, then maybe the feeling will sink in. But now probably a season more is still there, and the same feelings before a game, before a training is there. Hopefully when I'm done completely, then I'll have time to think about it. And I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a good feeling. I asked you also the other day. It's a mix,
It's a mixed feeling. I won't say it's not a good feeling, but it's like अभी सुबह उठ गए, अभी कुछ नहीं है करने के लिए. Alarm नहीं है, नहीं जाना है क्या training पे. It's like that.
But then I think whenever it is like whatever months or a year down the line, I am content. I will have the mixed feelings, but I'm not वो गन्ने को पूरी तरह use कर लिया मैंने. Yes. So I probably would not regret too hard. I'll miss it. As all sports people do, but I don't have regrets. I gave whatever I had.
And it's also a known fact that you're extremely competitive, not just at football, but also at like carom and whatever, kanche, whatever, whatever you're playing. Obviously, that's great. But there's so much talk about mental health today. And of course, you've gotten the success that you probably have because you were so competitive. But with mental health stuff, do you think that is still the approach every child, every young person should take?
I'm not sure. You know, I generally would have said yes, but I'm saying I'm not sure because sometimes the way I deal with not winning, the way I deal with not playing is a very individual and a scary one. And I'm not sure everyone is built like that. So I don't wish being competitive and wanting to win every day and being monotonous as a job is not easy. So on my dark days, on my bad days, I find it difficult, you know. So I don't want everyone, because not every size will fit all of us.
Correct.
So I'm not sure. I think playing sports is good because कुछ नहीं तो आपको जीतना हारना सिखा देगा.
Yeah.
Other things I don't know, but if you are anyone and if you're playing sports, it's going to make you a little bit more better in terms of taking losses and being humble in wins. That's all I can say. And yeah, just I think don't go crazy. We were crazy, and I'm not sure. It's
we also didn't have much else to do.
Yes.
There's lots more to
Yes.
do. We didn't have social media, this, TV, iPad, this, that. But so how do you know? It's a deep question. How do you know that you're still running towards something? Not just running because you don't know how to stop. How do you know you're still chasing that dream?
That's a good one. I think I don't know how to stop.
You don't know how to stop, no?
I always wished I would never say this, but I don't know how to stop. Because I don't think there's anything that I'm chasing. A lot of things that I wanted.
You've achieved.
No, not only winning, but I've tasted it. A lot of things that I wanted, I lost. A lot of tournaments that I wanted, I lost. A lot of tournaments I won also. But there is nothing that I'm chasing right now. So I think I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to not do what I do.
And that's the mixed feeling I was talking about.
Man,
when you stop. Actually,
that's the one. I don't know how to stop. I don't know what I'm going to do. If you don't get up, if you don't want to win, if you don't compete, if you don't go to training, if you don't play a match,
then what are you going to do? Because all our life we have done only that.
I think that is the reason why.
Then you have to do a podcast.
Yes.
Like what I'm doing.
To all the guests who are going to come, this is something that she has to do. She's not enjoying it.
No,
She'd
I'm
rather be on the
enjoying.
tennis court, but she's doing it because kya kar rahe ho? Just karna hi nahi. No, I think that's scary. I think right now, whatever time is left is because I don't know how to stop.
And it's very brave to admit that. It's very, very brave to admit
I don't know how
that.
to stop. Yes, that's the reality.
But when you decided to retire from playing for the country, how did you reach that decision? Like how is it? Was it the body? Was it the mind? Both?
I had given all. And at that phase, the team needed to look forward for the next 10 years.
Instead of
Yes.
still.
And the same thing will happen now also when I retire from the club. The one worry that I have, fear, slight, I don't want to be in a team because, it's Sunil Chhetri.
Huh?
It's Sunil Chhetri, इसलिए खेलना ही पड़ेगा इसको. ये खेलेगा ही. That's something I don't want. So इसीलिए in 6 months, 1 year, whenever I retired, I still want to retire playing 90 minutes, scoring goals, or trying to score a goal, or missing a goal, being inside and then done. That's the biggest worry that I have, and hence that is the reason why that is the fight that is going to happen when I have to, and I don't know how to stop. And I hope I win the fight. Scary, yeah?
So, a little bit about your wife. We have to mention the other half.
Yes.
The better half, no? The other half,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
You were together for 13 years?
Yes, before we got married.
Before you got married. Was
Yeah.
it 13 years was a secret fully?
My Sasuma now, she knew. And thankfully, my brother-in-law, we were friends, so he also. But
But her father?
My father-in-law, he's somebody very known in Calcutta. So we couldn't meet out, we couldn't have normal dinners and all. So we had to keep it secret. Thankfully, I only was 3 or 4 years playing in Calcutta in the whole 13 years. 1 year I was in US, 1 year I was in Portugal, 2 years I was in Goa, 2 years I was in Punjab. So yeah, we could meet like that, but in Calcutta, no. We used to buy movie tickets. I used to go inside, leave a ticket on her name. I don't advertise it, kids. Do not copy it. It's highly risky. And then she used to come inside the movie hall, leave 5 minutes early because we couldn't let the father know. He would have killed me.
But that kind of secrecy also demands a lot. I mean, it puts a lot of pressure on the relationship also, right?
it did.
Because 100%.
It
And
did.
we've all hidden things for, especially after we reach a certain stage, we've all hidden things for different reasons,
Yes.
whether it's media, whether it's parents. Or how did you guys manage to stick through those times of
We
pressure?
fought a lot. There were a lot of fights initially about these things. But thankfully, when I look back and I tell Sonam that we weren't stupid on the same day. One day I was stupid.
Another day
and
she was.
and then she had the patience. And one day she was stupid and I would say, it's okay. And that's why we have survived. Otherwise, it was tough. Because she was young and I was young, and you want the trust and you want the companionship and you want to see each other. And not getting that at that age wasn't easy. But then
Also,
yes,
you were traveling
yes,
and you were in different cities.
it wasn't
and
easy. One thing that helped me was she is from a family which is a sporting family.
So she
Her
understood.
father was a football player. She knew everything about football system. So that really helped. Still helps.
So
Yeah, still helps.
So she understood the demands of it, so to say. And 13 years, you guys never broke up, huh?
No.
She
will say, "Yeah, kar dungi break up."
You never accepted the breakup.
No chance. No chance.
Now you've become a father to a beautiful son, and do you think that changed your perspective in life towards sport, especially, and towards how we looked at sport when we were younger and competing? Did it change the way you saw?
A little bit, yes. Now I'm dying to get back home. Always. It's amazing how a small thing can hold you like that. You know when जब ध्रुव wife के पेट में था, and you know when you do the feeling thing, कि touch कर, and I used to like हाँ touch हो and you have to act. I used to act हाँ, but I never
I
felt
don't know
it.
about that. मुझे तो feel
Of
होता
course,
था.
of course. Even my wife same. But until I held him, it was like a switch. Like this is crazy.
real.
This is different. And now it's unbelievable. I think he just governs everything that me and Sonam do. All our timings, all our plannings, everything is around him. Yeah, I think it has made me more calmer, more responsible, and I just want to be a better person for him also.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. I just want to do right things so that I can be a good example.
Yeah, I just feel your perspective in life changes because winning or losing a match is really not the worst thing that can happen to you.
Yes. Exactly.
Because usually हम हार के आए तो we're like, oh, this entire day is...
Yes.
But it's not like that. You come back and he gives you a hug and then it's done.
That's the good part. और गलती से अगर उसको बुखार हो जाए, तुम्हारी जिंदगी लगती है क्या हो गया?
It's like falling apart.
Yes. Good point.
My son, as you know, and you were very kind to make a video for him, is a humongous football fan. And he's many times Sunil Chhetri in FIFA.
Great.
And when you miss those goals in FIFA, I have to hear about it, right?
Yeah.
The impact that you have had on not just football, but on the young kids like himself. Yeah. Do you think about it? Do you think the kind of lives that you would have maybe changed, even if one kid has not picked up the go-to sport, which is cricket, and gone and kicked a ball instead because of you, which you have made? I just want to know what you feel about it.
I don't think it like that, but whenever I do get to meet kids and I get to hear stories, I just feel good. I feel a little bit more responsible. At the end of the day, you know, after the winning, after the losing, after all the career, this is what it is. If you could give hope, if you can make the other Sunil Chhetris when they were young to dream, that's all you need. On a day-to-day basis, you don't think like this. ऐसा नहीं कि मैं उठता हूँ सोचता हूँ कि अरे. But when you listen to these stories and when you are at the age that I am right now, which is 74 and 72, you think so and you feel so fortunate. And you think कि हाँ थोड़ा और, because if that is what the kids think because of what you have done, it just makes you more responsible.
So that young boy from Delhi who didn't see the dream of becoming a footballer initially, but then became possibly the most successful footballer of our country, the fourth highest after some great names in terms of international goal scorers. How does it feel? I mean, I know it feels great. I just want to know, like, how do you think about that? Like the things that you were able to achieve, that child that you speak to, that picture that we saw, are you able to relate to that child at all? Are you able to look back and say, okay, this is what I've become from that?
Not in terms of what I've achieved. The dots are very dim. I can't join them because that kid would have never even, if that kid would have got a pen and paper and said, you know what, I'm God, here, write what you want and write whatever you want to write, I wouldn't have been able to write what I've got, not even close.
Really?
So I'm really fortunate. Eventually what I've achieved, not only the number of goals, but the 24 years career in football and the number of people that I could touch and all the things that I've done, it's a dream. And I genuinely mean it. I live a dream. It is unbelievably good to be who I am. I live a very pampered, very privileged life. I get a lot of love. Sometimes I think I get more than what I deserve, but it's amazing when you're going to airports, when you're going out, when you're going to a stadium, when you're going to anywhere, people treat you differently and in a very good way. And I'm just grateful. And I genuinely mean that I wouldn't have been this if not for the whole team. Every one of them, everyone is the reason why I've reached wherever I've reached. And it's amazing.
We're glad you played football. So.
Thank you so much.
One football skill you wish you could steal from Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi, first touch. Ronaldo, the leap and the heading quality.
One word your teammates would use to describe you?
Strict friend.
Really?
Yes.
You don't come across like that.
Oh,
Who's the most competitive person you know besides yourself?
All the women in my family, my mom, my wife, my sister, come and play cards with us. You will know it.
Really?
Yeah, come and play any game. My house is full of competitive women. They're crazy.
A teammate you trust to take the winning penalty and one you absolutely wouldn't.
The one that I would trust right now in the national team, I would trust Liston. He plays for Mohun Bagan. He takes really good penalties. The one that I don't trust, there are many. I don't want to put them under the bus, but there are many. Oh, there's some horrible penalty takers. I don't want to take a name. They'll
No,
kill me.
you won't take?
No. Okay, I'll take one. I would say Suresh Wangjam. He's a young kid and he thinks he's good
You're
at penalties.
playing safe.
No. I'm telling you, he thinks he's a good penalty taker, but he's not.
Okay, an Indian cricketer that you would secretly make a good follower, or he would make a great footballer. Don't say now Virat. Anybody.
I mean, I love him, but I would say Mahi.
But he plays actually
That's what
very
I'm saying,
well.
na, because he has played before. So
Yeah.
he was.
He plays now
yes.
also, yeah.
Yeah. So he's good. He was a goalkeeper before. So,
Really?
Yes, he was a goalkeeper. He wanted to.
So it makes sense
Yes.
that he's a wicketkeeper.
Yes.
A player you wish you'd had one more match with.
I would say I am Vijayan because I never got to play with him for the national team. I played against him for the club. I wish I could get one game with him for the national team.
With him.
Yeah.
The most meaningful message you received after you announced your retirement.
There was one letter by a gentleman from Calcutta or somewhere. He wrote a whole story of how he was brought up through my career. I'm getting goosebumps. It was amazing. He wrote all the phases of my footballing career and with his life. कि मैंने ये pass किया class 12 तो ये हुआ.
So he was relating to like
it was
every
it was
this,
amazing.
milestone
It was
with
amazing, and thank you. It was amazing.
What's the one life lesson that football taught you that a classroom never could?
It's easy. Taking losses.
Every sports person says this.
It's simple. Taking losses. Because you know what? There are plenty. बहुत बार हारोगे. तो अगर sports से नहीं सीखा तो फिर अब I don't know.
Then you
what can
can't
do.
come back
Yes.
and play.
Yeah.
Who used to be tougher on you, or who is tougher on you, Sonam or your coach?
Oh, my coach, father-in-law. Yeah, he was tough. So it's fine.
Sonam's
Yeah, we
fine.
fight, but we are fine. Yeah. At the end of the day, we are friends. But yeah, the coach was really tough at me at a young age. Yeah.
What's one trait of yours you hope your son will inherit or get from you?
One that he inherits.
And one that he doesn't also.
One that he inherits is I hope he's hardworking. Because I want to believe that I'm really hardworking. And one that he does not. There are many that I hope he doesn't if he doesn't want to be a footballer. Oh, sorry, sports person. If he doesn't take sports, I hope he's not as crazy as me. No, seriously, we talked about mental health, isn't it? I hope he is. If he's not into sports, I hope he's not like me.
But to have this kind of success, we have to be obsessive with what we do.
In sports, yes.
In sport, I'm saying.
So if he's taking sports, I hope he gets a lot of what I am, and I don't have any major bad things. So I hope whatever he gets, he'll be fine. But if he doesn't want to play sports, then I hope he's not like me. He's well balanced. He can see balance and he can see sense in life.
Lastly, the best date you and Sonam ever went on when you were secretly together.
Oh, when we were secretly. So I was playing in Dempos, which is in Goa. And that was the first time she was supposed to come to Goa ever in her life. She was quite young. So we did all the fixing and the brother helped her, vagara, vagara. She took a flight and we had a great time 1 week in Goa. But I'll tell you what she was wearing. So I'm sorry, man. She comes to Goa. She's wearing a white shirt, full shirt, folded. She's wearing a jeans. She's wearing a heels. I went to pick her up with things. I'm like, and I said, look around you. Look what people are wearing. Look what you are wearing. So I still make fun of her. But yeah, that was the first time she left home without telling her parents. Sorry, father-in-law. And she came to Goa. I don't advertise it, kids. Don't do it, please.
This is this responsibility person that you have
You
become.
asked me to be honest. So I'm being honest. Yeah.
Thank you, Sunil, for your honesty. I can keep talking, but we don't have so much time.
I know.
But we have something because of the bhanda jo phoda hai Sonam ka. You can give her this diamond from Solitario.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
She enjoys this.
Thank you so much.
And you get brownie points.
Of course.
Thanks to us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So much for
Thanks
having
for
me.
doing this.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
I
you.
really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Don't forget to watch this episode on our premier partner, Myntra Glamstream, Play to Slay.